Hello, Saddleback Berlin. Hello, church family. Pastor Tony here with a special status report on the COVID situation in our city and how it affects our church. As you may know, the number of COVID cases is as high as never before, and more people are hospitalized or in an intensive care. Health workers in hospitals are more and more overwhelmed by this situation. In the past months, I had every week someone contacting me in our church who was tested positive for COVID-19 or needs to stay home because they were in contact with someone who was tested positive. And so we do feel that the situation becomes more and more difficult. Before I tell you how this situation and the new city restrictions affect our church, let me ask you something. Please pray with me for the brothers and sisters of your church family. Please pray with me for the people in our city and in our country to not be overwhelmed by this situation and to find hope in this situation. And of course, to stay healthy. Also, if you are in a small group, reach out to the people in your small group, not in your group chat, individually. Call them, send them a postcard, send them a private message, encourage them, ask them how you can help them, how you can support them. If you're not in a small group or your small group cannot help you for some reason with one of those issues, contact us here at Saddleback Berlin at our staff, and we will try to find creative ways to help you as best as we can. And now about some of the changes that are coming and some of the questions that you might have. There were new restrictions from the city government effective on Monday that were decided upon on Wednesday. All we know so far is from a press release and some press reports. The new regulation is not out yet, and so we don't know all of the details. What we do know is that the city government will ask all church services to follow the 3G rule, which means only people who are tested negative, who are recovered, or who are vaccinated are allowed to attend an in-person worship service. And church services need to, even under this rule, need to comply with distancing and mask orders. We already comply with these new regulations. But of course, in our staff, we ask ourselves, how can we react to this new situation? How can we create an atmosphere on Sunday where everyone feels safe and comfortable at the same time? One of the things that we have decided is to pause our coffee bar effective immediately. We will no longer serve hot coffee on Sunday for the time being, but we will have some water bottles that you can drink during the sermon, for example. But we want to prevent that people or that our guests stand in line or in crowds, remove their masks while they drink coffee. And this is one of those things that we will do to keep you safe when you come on Sunday. We will, of course, offer a live stream as well that you can check out on our website, saddleback.berlin, or a little later on YouTube as well. One other thing that is a special announcement just for this Sunday is that we have to move our kids program for our elementary kids online this Sunday. It will happen on 10 a.m. on Zoom. If you want to be part of this, contact our kids ministry. kids@saddleback.de is the email address. And our lantern parade that should have happened this Saturday on 5 p.m. will be postponed to next weekend, November 20th, 5 p.m. Brandenburger Gate. Why do we need to do this? Last Sunday, there was one child at our kids program that was tested positive on Wednesday with a PCR test. And although no one else in the family was tested positive yet and there were no symptoms, and the child was tested negative on Monday with a rapid test, we cannot eliminate the risk that there was a transmission of the virus at our kids program last Sunday. And so we want to take precautions, and we want to help people, want to help the families that were there to follow our recommendations with this. Please reduce not necessary contacts, stay home as much as you can, because we do know that the first COVID symptoms sometimes show up to 10 days after you were infected. And so as a way to keep everyone safe and healthy, we will move our kids service online this Sunday, and our Lantern Parade is postponed to the week after, to November 20th at 5 p.m. And let me talk to those of you who are frustrated. I am one of you. I am really frustrated by this situation because I kind of hoped in the past months that we are out of this whole struggle and that we are seeing an end of this pandemic, a light at the end of the tunnel. And I was hopeful that this Christmas can be a special event where you can feel the hope, where we are kind of celebrating the end of this pandemic. I already knew that this is not going to happen, and this will probably be next year. But to see that the situation is getting worse again, and to not know what the situation will be in a month from now at Christmas. There is even talks about maybe there could be a hard lockdown. We don't know that yet. And that makes me frustrated. And so I'm praying a lot to God these days, and I'm asking God, allow me to be patient in this time and these difficult times right now. And I'm asking God, show me things that I can be thankful for. Help me to be more thankful in this situation. If you're frustrated, please do the same thing. Think about things that you can be thankful for. For example, I am thankful for all the volunteers in our church that make sure that we have an in-person worship service and a live stream on Sunday. I am so thankful for the people in our staff, for Mary Pili, for Jessica, for Amina, and for Medita, who don't look at their clock and say, I already did like my hours for this week. But if they see that they need to do something for our church family and for the people in our church, they don't look at the clock. They do it. And I'm incredibly thankful for them, for their flexibility in this situation. And let me tell you, I'm thankful for you as well. I'm thankful for each one of you because I know this situation is difficult. The situation is difficult for families who don't know if there will be another COVID case at school, and then they need to change the whole work schedule again. I know that the situation is difficult for singles as well in our church family, and so I'm incredibly thankful for you as well, for praying, for reaching out to us if you need help. That sometimes is a very difficult thing to do, and for reaching out to other people in our church family and for the people in your small group and support them the best as you can. And I'm praying for you. I love you. Please stay healthy and please be careful. Bye.